If every day is a new beginning, how many new beginnings have you started where you're weighed down by the phase of yesterday, by what's not been able to be achieved, by something that's gone wrong that you're now carrying into the new day, and you're not letting yourself keep walking forward and keep standing up and keep fighting to be able to have some sort of sense of contentment. Like, how many times do we think for bigger things, and yet it's the little things that make us content, make us feel happy, make us feel that we've been heard, make us feel that we're embracing the life that we want to have, and not feeling constantly on a treadmill of something has to be achieved. Now, of course, wanting to achieve something is a wonderful thing. Like, it's aspirational. It's making sure that we are living our life to the fullest, but is it really keeping us in the light sometimes? Sometimes when we push for always a sense of achievement, do we walk away from feeling content with what we have and what's possible? And often when we're looking to achieve something, if that thing isn't working out at the time, we burn everything else down to make it feel that it's possible. So why are we carrying the scars of our younger self through into what we want to do in later life, which is feeling content, embraced, happy, and feeling that we can look at our life in multiple different ways rather than just a sense of goal orientated. If this goal isn't working, then everything else is worthless. So what is it about the scars of our youth that we keep carrying forward into taking away the happiness that we can have today, where we can literally let things go, focus on other things? We don't have to be so singular sometimes as we are in our youth. We can make sure we hang out with friends. If something is happening and we can't work towards a goal for an injury or sickness, can you pick up something else? Can you slow down and embrace the fact that being slow is a wonderful thing sometimes? The pace of modern life doesn't have to always be pushed upon you to feel that that's winning at life. Why is that we need to feel somehow we're winning? And is our winning coming at the cost of someone else, or are we winning for improving our life? So if you're thinking to yourself, am I losing at everything? Is everything falling apart? Or am I just imagining it because the thing I was most focused on hasn't been able to come to fruition at the moment? Like, what is telling me that everything is lost? Are the scars of my younger self holding everything against what is possible now? In fact, have I even learned from the scars of my younger self? Or am I just letting them fester and bleed more and more? Sometimes I mistake the fact that I can't do certain things now well for the fact that I can't do anything well. Some things that are taken from you don't have to define you. Are you still holding the scars of what you compared yourself as fit and young when you're younger to what you need to be right now? So at the end of the day, am I looking in the rear vision mirror, or am I looking forward to where I want to go to? Sometimes we spend so much time negotiating things from our past that we forget contentment sometimes isn't found from the scars of our past. Contentment is finding satisfaction with what we're doing in our everyday lives, the things we repeat most, the little things that we find joy from, the little things that give us pleasure, that give us everyday pleasure. So have a look and see, are the scars of my youth still true to holding me into a pattern where I don't feel fulfilled? I'm in my 50s. What am I doing with myself? Maybe it's time to let go and reassess. Hope that gives you a little food for thought and lets you look at what you're carrying with you going into the future.